Hello everyone, welcome over here to the entry list video for the Dascar Film Scap Series Season 8. We have now a full field of 42 drivers and I will show you all the drivers. First I have to say something, because yesterday when the sign-ups were up, things didn't go really as I wanted. And it's not your fault, it's completely my fault. Okay, so I will tell you what happens. Normally I always upload the races during nighttime because, well, my internet is not the fastest, and, well, so it's just easiest, and, well, when I'm uploading videos it also becomes even slower. Can you imagine that? So I always do it at nighttime so that nobody, well, it bothers nobody, and when I wake up I see, oh, video upload done. So yesterday the sign-ups video was uploaded 9 o'clock in the morning, my time. But something which I realized too late is that 9 o'clock here is, well, between 3 o'clock at night and midnight in the US. So the problem was, when the signups were uploaded, everybody in the US was asleep. And of course, consequently, time moves on, and the first people to wake up are the people on the East Coast. So the people on the East Coast wake up, see sign-ups video, okay, I sign up, okay. And then within just a matter of time, all the spots were filled, 42 drivers. And that was at exactly 5 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast. So those people pretty much had no chance at all to sign up, so I really apologize to you guys. There's something which I hadn't thought of. I only realized it when it was already too late, when the signs were already up. So I do the next thing. Was thinking of a solution, and I think this is the best solution. I already said it also in the sign-ups video in the description and on the Facebook page, but I will say it again. I will give everybody who is not in yet time to sign up, 2 drivers maximum, and those drivers will be on the replacement drivers list. Of course, after 6 races, it is 4 events, we will have comment deadline, so everybody who has not commented will be kicked out, and then I will let other people drive. So I will normally I always do it with a random draw lately, but now I will make the change at least for the first common deadline, and maybe for the second as well, but, well, it really depends on how many drivers we have. But I will make the change that I will let you sign up 2 drivers, pick a car which is still open. And I would say maybe then, if people do not comment, you can get in the series again. Of course, you have missed the first 6 races, but you can finish, you can race the other 32 races as well, plus the All-Star race. So I think that will make up for it. I hope it will make up for it. And but of course, yeah, you are a little bit deficit with points. So what I also thought, the person after 6 races, so, pretty much when the common deadline strikes, the person who's last in points, for example, has 38 points, and everybody who enters via the replacement signups, all those people will get those 38 points. So the amount of points that the person who's last in points has. And I've done that before, not last season I think, but the season before that I've done that. And, I abolished it, but so it seems like we're going a little bit back to the roots again of the Philips Cup series, a little bit further back, but I think this is the best solution. So if you don't have any drivers in yet, you missed the sign-ups because it was already full when you woke up, and it's something which I've also had a lot of times. Most people upload their sign-ups videos in the evening in the US, and that is during nighttime. So I already, there were some series which I thought, I would like to be in there, and then I woke up, sounds video, it's full already, damn. So I know exactly how you're feeling, and it's 100% my fault, so I really do apologize. Was something which I hadn't thought of. So if you don't have any drivers in yet, you can sign up 2 people, and I will put them on the list. But I would say, don't say like, well, then I'm for sure gonna be in. It might not be. It might be possible that there are only 2 people who, well, don't comment and before the deadline, and who will get kicked out. And there are already 7 people on the list, and on the list are Domcaps. Then we got Justin Yee and Isis Sinclair. We got Dillon Young, Zachary Fitzwater and Henrietta Fitzwater, and somebody else whose name I forgot. Sorry, was a new name. So it might not be possible that already with 7 people already on the list. There has to be more than 7 people to not comment, and I will let it stand for the first 2 comment deadlines. But after that, I will do the random draw again, because I did that because, well, at the beginning of the season everybody said, okay, I want to drive. Missed signups, okay, let me be a replacement driver. And then after 10 races, which is approximately 4 months or something, maybe 5 months, those people get actually in the series. They don't realize it anymore, they don't know it anymore, they don't comment, and they will get kicked out again after a few more races. So I don't want that. But for the first 2 comment deadlines, I will put only replacement drivers in. Well, if we have enough replacement drivers. So, and what I will say, this is something which I still have in my. I have so many ideas always, but my idea was, and I hope you guys agree with this. If you don't, let me know. But my idea was to get only the first driver, or the first driver of user in first. So, for example, Justin Yee has 2 persons, Justin Yee and Isaac Sinclair. They are now on the list for the replacements. But first I will let Justin Yee in. Then I will move on with Dillon Young, Zachary Fitzwater, the guy whose name I forgot, and then only the first drivers. And then if there are still spots, I will move on with the second driver. And the reason I do that is simply because I think it would be nicest. I mean, some drivers already have 1 driver in, so that's a good thing. But others have no drivers in, and it's better to have 1 driver in than to have no drivers in at all. So I have a feeling it's more fair to have at least then have everyone have 1 driver in, and maybe of course during the random draw you can sign up a second person. Everybody who is on the list as a second driver, I will allow to then enter the random draw if they want to, even if it is already the 3rd driver of the team. I always say like, well, I don't know. I will just do that that way. So if you have, well, of course, if you have 1 driver in already, it's also fine. If you have no drivers in, you can sign up 2 people. I'll put them on the replacement driver list, and then hopefully they can get in after the comment deadline with the replacements, and after the first or second comment deadline, and they will get the amount of points that the person who's last in points at the deadline has. I'm not sure if that is that was a correct thing, but it doesn't really matter. So that's one thing. Once again, I sincerely apologize. It was a mistake on my part. And what I will do next time, I will make the sign-ups public at one point. It's probably gonna be 4 o'clock in the afternoon in the Netherlands, which is 7 o'clock on the West Coast in the morning, and 10 o'clock on the East Coast in the morning. So I think that is the fairest time to do it, to make the sign-ups public. So, was something else which I will do, but I'm not sure what it was. But maybe you'll see it in the description, otherwise you'll hear it. I would say keep an eye on the Dascar Facebook page as well. If you haven't liked it yet, or I would strongly advise you to do so, because a lot of helpful information is put on there, and signups usually are also put on there first. So, yeah. Something which there was another idea, but that's gonna be for next season. I'm thinking about scaling them back down to 2 drivers per team, unless well, unless you're Dascar president, so you have your own Dascar series, then you can have 3 drivers. And unless you have 3 drivers who have a reserve spot, I think that's going to be the same thing next season with those. If you are a chaser, if you become a champion, if you win one of those special races, Martini Endurance Series and all that stuff, you will get a reserve spot for the season 9. If there's going to be a season 9, of course, nothing is certain, but then you can have 3 drivers. But otherwise, I will scale it down to 2 drivers, I think, because, well, it just feels there are the 4 or 5 users who sign up drivers, and 3 of them sign up 3 drivers. So not to blame any of you. That's, of course, it is allowed. It is fully according to the rules. But I still have a feeling like, maybe just have 2 drivers in, and then we can have more people have at least 1 driver or 2 drivers in. So, but that's all gonna be next season. And then we'll go through the field over here. We got a lot of new names. Also, at the end of the video, I will say what I want to say. Oh yeah, I will say who is gonna be in the shootout. So I'm not sure what the name of the shootout was, but I think it was something like the golf shootout or something. But oh well. 15 people are in there, and that's all the pole sitters from the previous 7 seasons. Yes, 17 pole sitters are still in of the last 7 seasons. Of those 130 races, plus the 3 shootouts, only 15 people have a pole. Quite astonishing, but oh well. So we start over here with a new driver, Heiden Thomas, and I should say actually Heiden Thomas. I will maybe say Heiden Thomas, because Heiden is British. I did not know that. He signed up also for the Red Bull Knockout Series. So it's great to have him back again behind the wheel of the number 2 Momo Maserati. So Heiden Thomas, that is. We got Philip Goldberg in the number 4 car, and he has also the number 6. And by the way, 5 car is not available. I should actually delete it, but I will do that later. Ben Goldberg is going to be in the number 6 car. Then we got Ruka Takeda in the 8. Japanese driver. We got Diana Vasquez in the 9. Then we got Engela Mliana in the 01 car. Bruce Littlejohn is going to be in the 02. We got Joshua Michaels in the 04. And Chris Washer in the 06. And I've changed the car a little bit. I've put a, I would say a white grey outline around the purplish. So I hope it's better now. And now I'm not going to change it anymore. So this is what it is. And another new driver, and this is actually not a new driver. It is one of the biggest surprises I've seen that's going to be already one of the biggest surprises of this season. Ladies and gentlemen, the 07 car is for Mason Wood. And Mason Wood last raced in season Phillips Cup Series season number 4 or season number 5. He's been away for a long time, and at one point I was thinking like, Mason Wood, okay, I'll put him in the car. And then later I realized, hang on a minute, we have Mason Wood back. So Mason Wood is back from the US. So it's great to have him back in the series again. We got Bethany is in the 11 car. And then we got the number 13 car of PJ Williams. And seems that PJ Williams is Jamaican, so we got 3 Jamaican driver. Here's another one, I hope I pronounced it right, is Janelle Pinsill. So if I say anything wrong, and if I typed anything wrong, if I have anything wrong, let me know. And that's why I do these entry in this video. So Janelle Pinsill in number 15, shut up mobile. The 16 is still open, and if nobody, of course, people, I will let you sign up for a car. So a car that is still available. So if you get in, you can, you at least have a car still. You can also say any car. I will just put a name. But then I will choose myself, so it might not be that you get a scheme you like. If a car is not chosen, I will get that car, I will put that car, I will add it to one of the drivers. So the 16 car, who are the other drivers, BMW drivers, 94, not taken, and the 9. So maybe Diana Vasquez can get this car, so if nobody signs up for this one. Number 17 is for Nicole Tranowicz. and the 18 is for Anna Gregg. Then we got the 21 car. This car is open, so if you want to be in the replacements with this car, it's open. And of course, if nobody chooses this car, I will add it to Robert Goldberg's car in the number 22, so you can have 2 Polestar Ikeas. Polestar Ikea Volvos, I should say. So Robert Goldberg in 22 it is. We got Troy Kang in the 23 car, and this is also a new driver. It's from Alice Hawkins' team. And Troy Kang is Korean American. So there are some pretty crazy nationalities in there. I think there are 15 drivers who are non-American, so that's something I really like, and he's one of them. Well, of course, he's half American, but still. Giancarlo Robles in the number 24 car, and that's teammate to Jay Pinter in the number 27. We got James Shelley in the number 28. We got the 30 car for Lane van Dijk, and the 32 car for Kyle Collins, another new driver. We got the number 33 car for Leah Walker. Then we got the number 37 car. This car will not be added to anything because they would say, well, then I would have loved to have a Russian driver and just a Russian team. It's a team car, so this car is one of the 2 Acuras, and none of the Acuras were chosen. So yeah, will probably not be added. I gotta say, I'm pretty proud of you guys because you've managed it to sign up for 21 of the 25 manufacturers. So we're gonna have 21 different manufacturers. Only 4 manufacturers have no cars at all, and those are Acura, Bentley, Skoda. Actually, it was only 3, I think. So that's pretty striking. I think we now have 26 manufacturers, so it would be 23 different manufacturers. I will look it up, but Acura doesn't have a car. Bentley neither, but Bentley only has 1 car. So, and also Skoda. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Great job to you guys. 41 car for Jeffrey Fingai, and the 43 car for Betty Johnson. 4 schemes for her. And I asked Daniel what nationality she is, and she is Australian, as I somehow had expected. So Betty Johnson, the Australian race car driver. We got Noortje Smits, and she's gonna share with Danish Spanner. I did it like this, so it's easier. 45 car. This car is not taken. Don't think. No, so far nobody has also taken this for the replacements. So if nobody chooses this car for the replacements, this car will go to the 07 car of Mason Wood. Then we got the 47 car. This car is also not taken yet. So once again, it might be added to the number 17 of Nicole Trenowich. Then we got the 49 car, Acura. You know the story. Sonnecourse is going to be in the 51 car. Then we got the number 52, the AT&T Volkswagen. And Volkswagen only has 1 driver in, but at least has 1 driver. I'm pretty pleased with that. I do still like this Passat a lot. That's the 23, so if nobody chooses this 52, then this 52 is going to be 23 and added to Troy Kang's collection of paint schemes. The 54 car is not taken, but also it is taken for the replacements. I think Ice Sinclair, so this car I will not add to anybody. 57 Jackson Brown is there. And we got the 59 car. This car is also taken for the replacements by Zachary Fitzwater, so not open. Well, I will not put it added to anyone. There's only 1 Jaguar, and I will not add any Jaguars to that team because, well, Jack Daniels. So Joseph Ernesto is going to be in the 62. And then we got the 64 car. This car is taken by Justin Yee for the replacement, so I will not add it to anyone as well. The 66 car, Jason Sinclair. So that's at least the Sinclair family racing has 1 car in. He was the first one to say, well, damn it, I was asleep. I just woke up, but oh well. Then I said, well, sorry about that, and I will give you an opportunity, and he signed up 2 people, so Justin Yee is going to be first, and then we're going to have the other first drivers, and then hopefully Ice Sinclair can also get in. I hope you're fine with that, Justin. So that's just once again to give everybody the opportunities to at least have 1 driver in, so or 2 drivers. He already has Jason Sinclair in, so that's fair, I think. Debbie Myers in the number 67 car. Then we got another driver coming from the Red Bull Knockout Series, Mitch Bretz, it is. He's going to be driving number 68. Movistar, Seat, of course, he said Spanish drivers, but, well, who cares? This is the only Seat driving, so that's why Seat also said, well, please get that person in that car. And, well, the other ones will be available for Australian drivers, but this one is not that important, so... the Movistar Telefonica Seat for Mitch Bretz. Then we got the number 70 car. Jay Stella is going to be driving this car. And I'm thinking very hard what his team was. But I cannot get to it. So, sorry about that. But at least Jay Stella is going to be in the Jack. And I really appreciate that. So, John Ciadino is number 72 car. And then we got the number 73 car. Will not add this car to anything. The 76 car for Harry Hills. The 77 for Denise Steinhauer. 3 cars for her. And we got Daniel Voiles in the 81 car. The 82, this is Tesla. So this car might be changed to 87 car. Alex Hawkins. So if nobody takes this car for the replacements. We got Tua Topola. Also, I will, by the way, I just pops in my mind, I will put in which cars are, of course, replacements are double cars, but I will put in the description which cars are taken by the replacements, and I would say, I would strongly advise not to take one of those cars, because you might have to change the car. Of course, I will not say you cannot take it yet, but you must, well, you get a point. When somebody has taken the 54 car and you're next in line, you take the 54 car, I would say you're not gonna get it, because first come first serve, of course. And if a second person has taken a car and another first person gets his car, I will not allow it either. So I'm getting I'm just so complicated. The problem with me is I'm so organized that at one point I cannot really follow anymore what I want to do. And that's pretty much that point I've arrived, so apologies for that, but still. We'll continue with Tua Topola, which is a Samoan American race car driver. I'm not sure where the heck did that come from, but well, Alex Hawkins' team. Tua Topola in the 83 car. We got the 85 car. This car is also taken for the replacements. The 87 car, Alex Hawkins. This car is, well, taken by Alex Hawkins. The 88 car, only Ben Lee in the field, so, well, not going to be added to anything. The 90 car, taken by, well, another person, Brad Lewis or something, from Zachary Fitzwater's team, but that's his third driver, and that did not count, so I would say this car is still open. This car is not. Well, it's taken by in the replacements by Henrietta Fitzwater. So 93 car, Gabe Williams. So another Jamaican driver. Glad to have it in. Well, I got the number 94 car. This car, I don't think even is taken for the replacements, but I might be wrong. So yeah, I'm thinking really hard. I don't think so, but it might be possible that it's taken. So 97 car, one of the two Skodas, neither of them taken. 99 car is for Luke Walker. We got the number 117 car. And if nobody takes this car, we might add it to, or we will add it for replacements. If nobody takes it, we'll add it to the number 2. So then Aiden Thomas will have 2 cars. We got the number 222. Nobody has taken it. I will not add it because, well, 4 schemes is just enough for one driver. So Ray Tackett is going to be in 256. We got the number 500, the Tic Tac scheme, and the only Fiat driver is Norrie Smits, I think, for as far as I can remember. So we'll not add it to anyone in that case. And the 787, the only one of the 2 Skodas which nobody took. So that's it. Those are all the Phillips Cup Series Season 8 drivers, when we start at least. So I will now tell you who is going to be in the shootout. I've looked at all the seasons, so Phillips Cup Series Season 1 to Season 7, who was on the pole. And then everybody who's still in the series now, will get or has a spot for the shootout. And those people are, pay attention, here we go. Anna Gregg in the 18 car. We got Bess Nice in the 11. Betty Johnson in the 43. Debbie Myers in the number 67 and Denise Steiner in the 77. We got Ruka Takeda in the 8. Inge Lambliana in the 01 car, and she's the person who has most poles together with 2 other drivers. She has 5 poles, so holding the record. Jane Pinter, 4 poles, number 27 car. John C. Dino in the 72. Joseph Anesso in the 62. Chris Washer in the 06. Mason Woods, yeah, believe it or not, Mason Woods just rookie well, not really a rookie, of course, but he has 3 poles, and he only got them in the latest pole, I think, was in season 4. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, season 4 we see a pole over there. So I think season 4 was the latest. Mason Wood got this last pole in season 4. Can you imagine that? So Mason Wood, he is going to be in the shootout. Nicole Trenowich in the 17 car, your champion. Ray Takeda in the 256. And Zach Satcher. Those are the drivers for the shootout. So long enough of a talk for me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and the Phillips Cup Series will start tomorrow, hopefully. I will try to do the shootout tomorrow. So if you still have any questions, any things I need to change, do it, tell me, and sign-ups for the replacements. I will let them be open till, probably somewhere. Well, I will let them be open for 24 hours. And I would say I will also put in the description what cars are in the replacement. So don't take any cars which are taken by anybody in the replacements, just to make it a little bit easier, of course. It might be possible that at one point there are not going to be any open cars anymore. So then we'll see. So thank you very much for watching, and ladies and gentlemen, I will see you then tomorrow, hopefully for the shootout. And of course, next week is going to be the Daytona 500. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. The Phillips Cup Series Season 8 is about to get underway.